Welcome to my first edition of African History, and today we will be looking at the Songhai Empire, and I will be giving 7 basic facts about the Songhai Empire, linking from the rise of this empire to the fall of the empire. This is Past Future.
VIP my squad, drop off all the game. VIP.
The first basic thing to know about the Songhai Empire is its geographical location, and it was located in current-day Mali in Western Africa. It was basically located at the south of the Niger River, and the Niger River is connected between Nigeria and some other parts of West Africa. Basically speaking, the Songhai Empire was located at current-day Mali. The Songhai became an empire in 1464, and before this time they were previously a group of people who were under the captivity of the then leading empire in Africa, which was the then Mali Empire, also in West Africa. So the Songhai were an empire in 1464, and before this time they were a group of people. They were a basic nation who were under the captivity of course, the leading empire in Africa, and the leading empire would always want to show its authority over every other empire, whereby capturing other nations around its territory. Another basic fact to be noted about the Songhai Empire is that they became a force to reckon with, of course, in 1464 when they became an empire. But all of this was under the leadership of a very important man, which is Sunni Ali, also known as Sunni Ali Bar. And Sunni Ali was previously a political prisoner under the Mali Empire, and he was one of the great people that helped to bring out the Songhai Empire, or free the Songhai Empire from the captivity of Mali. And he is also regarded as the first king of the Songhai Empire. 2 very important people to be noted throughout the life of the Songhai Empire are Askia Mohammed and Sunni Ali. Sunni Ali, as I said earlier, was the first king of the Songhai Empire, and he reigned between 1464 to 1492. And the second person, who is Askia Mohammed, also known as Mohammed Ture, Askia the Great, ruled between 1492 and 1534, where he died in 1536. And these are the 2 basic people to know, that you must know about the Songhai Empire. The Songhai Empire, in historical and even in basic terms, is regarded as one of the greatest Muslim states in history, and this is because they promoted the religion of Islam in their doings. As rulers, kings, emperors, and so on came by, as time went on, as things kept going on in the empire, as soon as they started becoming stronger, the religion of Islam became the leading religion in this empire. As a matter of fact, the complete majority of the people of the Songhai Empire were Muslims. And with this, the religion of Islam affected every other thing that was done in the empire. Laws were guided with the rules of Islam. Everything was basically done with the rules, or with the dealings and ways of the religion of Islam. Also to be noted here is that the Songhai Empire was a standard place of learning and was pivotal to education in Africa. And a typical example here is the Sankore University, located in Timbuktu in the Songhai Empire. The Songhai Empire was a promoter of learning, education in Islamic studies, mathematics, science, law, and so on. So the empire was a place whereby when you go there, of course, then when you go there, and when you're returning from that empire, you're surely going to learn one or two things about law, about Islam, and other things. So the Songhai Empire was a renowned place of education in Africa. Also to be noted about the Songhai Empire, aside from their military strength and the administrative expertise of their various leaders, the Songhai Empire had two major factors that promoted their strength, which was their geographical location as well as their abundance in raw materials, or in pivotal raw materials in that sense. The geographical location was a great influence towards their success because it was located in a place where you just cannot pass if you want to perform a trans-Saharan trade. And the trans-Saharan trade, of course, is the trade between North African Berbers and West Africa, or other parts of Africa. And the route of the Songhai Empire was one whereby you just had to pass through most times if you want to go to the Sahara, if you want to go through the Sahara to North Africa. So the geographical location of this empire was a great influence towards their success, as well as their abundance in pivotal raw materials like salt, gold. Now, they used these materials to their advantage by selling to people who need. So they were performing a barter trade whereby they got North African things and they exchanged with their own raw materials, which their basic raw material was gold. So they sold gold for North African apparels, Dane guns, among other things. So the geographical location of this empire, as well as their riches or abundance in gold, salt, and a few other raw materials, was a big influence towards their greatness. Finally, the Songhai Empire fell in 1591 due to both preceding factors and, of course, the immediate factor. The preceding factor was that the Songhai Empire faced a battle of succession between 1534 to about 1590. Now, with this, the empire faced a lot of kings who came in and ruled during short periods. As a matter of fact, there was a period in the Songhai Empire whereby about 6 different people took over the helm of leadership in this empire in the space of 10 years. And so this affected the growth of this empire, and of course it affected the sustenance of this empire. Also, the immediate cause to the fall of the Songhai Empire was the invasion of Morocco in 1591, and this invasion took place under the leadership of Al-Mansur. This Al-Mansur was seen that time as the most lavishly leader in the whole of Africa. He could spend for anything. He was that rich, and he was that spendthrift. And because of this, the Moroccans needed a new source of income, a new source of living. And knowing about the might of the Songhai Empire in West Africa, they decided to invade. And due to the fact that the Songhai Empire was already suffering from internal crisis, it became easier for the Moroccans to invade and, of course, conquer the Songhai Empire, which ultimately led to their fall in 1591. That's all for today's video. If you learned something new about African history, do well to give this video a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.